I'm at the United States Post Office. My brother's name is William Lewis Davis. He works for the Postal Department. I have a postal violation by the state of Maryland, by Jake Davis, by Deron Battle, by Dwayne Gerald Davis Jr., and by James Hammond. All right, this is postal federal violations. We're going to deal with all of this today. Now, this information is going to Congressman Cummings' office. Sending priority mail, he's going to have this. I'm asking to speak in front of the House Judiciary Committee and the Senate Judiciary Committee about mass incarceration in the prison industry. We're going to talk about zero tolerance doctrine first. We're going to talk about the dissent decree. We're going to talk about policing in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. We're going to talk about racism in the courts. The same way that you let Mosby testify in Washington, D.C., the same way that you let the Ravens testify, well, you're going to let me testify because I'm an ex-felon. I'm also an advocate. I'm a prisoner's right advocate. You feel me? And since you got a war on drugs, I'm an enemy combatant. So you got to hear from me too. You want to stop the violence? You got to end the war on drugs. You got to end the racist war on drugs. And Mosby got to be held accountable because she been using her office to protect the corruption in the Democratic Party. So this is where we're going with this. All right? Like I said, this legal mail. Let's go on to the scheduler, all right? Y'all gave me a ticket on the 4th of July, on the 5th of July, you feel me? You gave me a ticket on the 5th of July because I was showing the movie The 13th Amendment. You feel me? Homeless. Yeah, I'm homeless because of y'all. You feel me? Contact information. That's my mailing address for you to mail it back to me. This is going to Congressman Cummings. But it's about Governor O'Malley and the Mom Machine. It's about you kidnapping me in 2007 and in 2011 to keep a documentary about the war on drugs quiet. I'm a caterer. I've been in your house. I know Dutch. I know everybody, and everybody know me. You feel me? So I want this moment to testify. We're gonna bring closure in 2019. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. You never bite the hand that feeds you. And I fed all of Baltimore. I fed Judge Turnbull at David Irwin's house. David Irwin sits on the board to elect the Supreme Court judges. Judge Papaya, Judge Bell, Judge Janae, Judge Souter. Yeah. All of this is going to be discussed. Because like I said, it's called checks and balances. No part of the government is stronger than the other. That means that the judicial part has to be checked by the Senate and the Congress. That's Governor Hogan, because I want everybody involved to participate in this. Governor Hogan has a writ of certiorari, which gives me access to the Supreme Court. We're talking about policing in Baltimore City and policing in Baltimore County. We're talking about the Sheriff's Department. We're talking about policing in Annapolis, because that's what I do. That's my pet peeve. My activism is policing the police. And I've been policing the police since 2006. Greg Bernstein got this. Schellenberger got this since 2007, 2008. And you go directly to Judge Cox with this. I got a writ of certiorari and a case file with him. Now, this is for all the public officials because I want this in the public eye. All right, July 16th. Kiefer Mitchell. Because Kiefer Mitchell refuses to address this. Sidnor. I want everybody involved here to be held accountable. You feel me? And publicly. I respectfully request to testify in front of the House Judiciary Committee about the illegal war on drugs, mass incarceration, directly addressing racism in the courts. You feel me? And it's signed and dated. You feel me? Very detailed. I'm an honorably discharged veteran of the United States Navy. You feel me? Honorably discharged. And you locked me up. You charged me with terrorism. You see, I brung threats against my country, and I never did that. My country brung threats against me. I was insured when I started this. I had $1 million policy, and now y'all trying not to pay me off. So I'm going to ensure that I get paid off and to make sure that everything is in the light of day. I got to get a lawyer and file an answer for this. Even if I don't get this, I get to sue you, civil and criminal. I got a criminal case against you already. You ain't did nothing about it. That's why I'm going to my congressmen and my elected officials to hold you accountable. Article 4, search and seizures. Yeah, the right to people to be secure in their persons, houses, and property. Y'all broke in my house and took my computers. You broke in my house and took my hard drive. You took contracts. You took a lot of banking information, which includes bank accounts and federal violations. You feel me? The owner, sole proprietor, Shorty's Barbecue. It's Elijah Cummings, because I asked for this a long time ago. All right, in response to, all right, the House Judiciary will contact you directly with their decision. Well, I've been waiting since 2015. It's 2019, almost 2020. I think I've been waiting long enough. I need a response. You feel me? I'm a whistleblower, and you giving a whistleblower the cold shoulder. You giving a whistleblower the cold shoulder. House Judiciary, Senate Judiciary. You feel me? I got a Department of Justice number. That's my Department of Justice number right there. I'm a whistleblower, the Comptroller of Maryland. Forged checks. Yeah, we're going to show the role that y'all played in this. See that? Received State's Attorney's Office, 2014. Received in the State's Attorney's Office in 2014. Marilyn Mosby had this and refused to act on this information. Marilyn Mosby refused to act on this. See, when I started this, 2007. My store on Falls Road, Governor Blagojevich. If Blagojevich can go to jail, Governor O'Malley can go to jail. If Blagojevich can go to jail, Congressman Rufusberger can go to jail. If Blagojevich can go to jail, 52 of Governor O'Malley's mom machine can go to jail. That's Exhibit 4. See that? Cardens, Maryland, 2013, left information. You signed for that. Miss Gion from the ACLU. See that? 2015. I was illegally incarcerated in Maryland for making a documentary. This is the Supreme Court, because like I said, I went to the Supreme Court and I told them I was making a documentary about the war on drugs. I told them I was making a movie about the war on drugs. It was about N62528, State of Maryland, State of Illinois versus Duane Davis, 1986. That's David Irwin. Like I said, I worked the parties for David Irwin. That's my store on Falls Road, the 86 case. 86 CF 2938. You supposed to return my property from that case because I was found innocent of all charges. I went to Illinois to get that property back. It was my client list. You also took $15,000 from me. You took gold jewelry from me. You took property from me. You never turned it in. You stole from me. Right there. You feel me? That's where it all came from. This is a legal notice because I got a right to defend myself. Baltimore County, Baltimore City. Y'all had this. Schellenberger had this. Bernstein had this. Gansler had this. Governor O'Malley had this. You feel me? You had this. I was insured when I did this. I was insured by Brother Insurance for over $1 million. You feel me? You feel me? I was insured. My policy was paid. Terrorist acts. My policy was paid in full. You feel me? I want to testify in the Senate and the Congress about your banking, about the money laundering, about the abuses of power. We're going to talk about the 13th Amendment and Alec the corporation. Because, see, I'm a corporation, too. I'm a corporation. I own Shorty's. President Obama asked for an investigation. You locked up a whistleblower. You locked up a whistleblower. And get everything from that office Because I got a story to tell. I got inmates to get out of jail. That's me. I was kidnapped December the 24th, 2007 because I came to file a $2.5 billion class action lawsuit. That's Patrick Fitzgerald. Yes, it's me again. Y'all locked up a whistleblower. And these are the inmates. You feel me? These are the inmates. Privacy Act. Congress, Senator Kirk, because Obama ain't in office no more. Senator Kirk is, and Senator Kirk didn't do nothing. That's my Department of Justice number. Senator Kirk never responded to that. You feel me? We want all this in the light of day. Councilman, Baltimore County. State's Attorney Bilal. That's my jailhouse diary. All right. Dear Marilyn Mosby. Yeah, Mosby had this since 2014. And I gave it to her again in 2016, fully detailed. I gave it to the House Judiciary Valario. I gave it to the Senate Judiciary Zirkin. And I gave it to the Department of Justice. This is Johnny Oleszki asking for the Department of Justice to investigate my case. That's Johnny Oleszki asking the Department of Justice to investigate my case. If you investigate my case, then you got to do what you got to do. But like I said, this is a documentary about race and racism in your courts. I've been policing the police since 2006. This is me locked up. That's Eric Holder, Department of Justice, 2009. You feel me? Rewards up to $1,000. Show me the money. Senator Obama asked for a request slip. Every grievance, everything. Federal investigation, federal violation. Internal Affairs, Department of Corrections. Illinois Attorney General, 08. That's my Illinois number. Just like Dred Scott, I'm a free man in one state and I'm a slave in another. C1 Mikulski, they had it since 2009. The Maryland Black Caucus. See when they had it? 2009. 2008. Judge Boris, Governor O'Malley, Governor Quinn, Judge Bell, Mr. Snowden, Attorney General, Civil Rights Division. All right? Judge Boris. Okay? Notarized. That makes this a legal document in any state and all states. The crime for making a movie about racism. That's the ACLU. All right, that's my file number with the ACLU. And this is my current criminal complaint that nobody wanted to give me no cake, nothing about. Chief Hyatt has this. They won't prosecute Schellenberger. They won't prosecute this case. That's denial of due process and equal protections. That's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. To protect my rights. You feel me? This is to prove I was making a movie about racism in the judicial system. Commode emotion. This is the property that you took from me. And you got to return that property. You got to compensate me for my losses. That's what the Constitution says. Fully and duly at the convenience and expense of my government. I'm out $2.6 million in lost wages. I'm out $130 million in film contract because this movie should have been out 10 years ago. You feel me? Judiciary fraud. Prisoner's right advocate. Follow up to a federal investigation. See the dates. See the dates. Healthcare, judiciary, government reform, veterans, crime and drugs. Crime and drugs. Judiciary Committee, veterans, crime and drugs. Judiciary. I'm a whistleblower. I'm a whistleblower on the prison industry. And like I said, Governor Hogan got this. Governor Hogan got this. Dutch Troopers got this. Judge Turnbull got it. They got this. They got this. They got this. Y'all locked me up for blowing the whistle on Governor O'Malley. Now it's time to finish what we started. I want to testify in such a way